it was starting to flatten out. But again, it can change quickly over here in England, but unfortunately didn't really do that for us.
Could you have done anything different in that run chase, or were they just too good?
Oh, I think we gave just about everything a chance. You know, I thought Lino bowled particularly well. He looked threatening, just didn't quite get a wicket. But yeah, you know, Aiden was fantastic, and Temba, that partnership didn't really give us a chance.
A word on South Africa, they kept coming at you, they didn't let up at all.
Yeah, that's right. They showed why, you know, they're in this final and, you know, deserved champions. They, all facets really, all, you know, on all 4 days, they just kept themselves in the game. When they got a sniff, you know, they took a few wickets and they were fantastic. So congratulations to Temba, the staff and all the players.
A word on this format and this sort of final. You've been on both sides of it, winning at the Oval, losing here at Lord's. How much do you enjoy it? And should we continue with this format?
Preferred it at the Oval last time. No, I think it's fantastic. It's you know, it's the pinnacle. I love Test cricket. It's something, you know, you build towards for 2 years. So it's a huge achievement to make the final. And then, you know, a one-game shootout. I think it's a fantastic kind of spectacle. The crowd's been amazing. So unfortunately, it didn't go out our way this week, but it's, you know, a great week.
And it all starts again in the Caribbean soon. Safe travels. Well done in the 2 years again.
Thanks. Cheers, Nas.
And now, can I invite the winners, South Africa, to come up to the stage to receive their medals from ICC Director Dr. Mohammed Musaji, starting with David Bedingham. Aidan Markram. Keshav Maharaj. Vian Mulder. Marco Janssen. Lungi Ngidi. Kahiso Rabada. Ryan Rickleton. Kyle Verena. Tristan Stubbs. Corbin Bosch. Senaran Mutasamy. Dane Patterson. Tony Dozorzi. And finally, Captain Temba Bavuma.
Temba, the biggest cheer of the day when your name was called up there. An unbelievable atmosphere, an unbelievable week. Sum up your emotions if you can.
Yeah, I think it's been a special couple of days. At some point it felt like we were back in South Africa with all the support in the stands. We've prepared hard for this, we've worked hard for this moment, and you know, we came here with a lot of belief, I think also with a lot of doubters, and we're happy that we were able to play well enough to get that type of result. Special moment for us as a team, special moment for the people back home. Probably it will really sink in a couple of days, but yeah, it's been special.
It's been well documented, the 27 years of heartache in ICC senior events. Have you felt that as a team? You could sense it around the crowd. They were willing you over the line today.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the energy was there. I think obviously us as a team, you know, we've been wanting this. You know, we've been kind of knocking at the door, being relentless, getting ourselves into positions where we can be in finals. We've gone through the heartache, we've gone through the disappointment, seen it with past players who've come before us, and you know, the sun is on us at the moment, and you know that responsibility, we've been carrying it, and hopefully this is one of many.
You're unbeaten as captain. You are unbeaten as captain personally, but also in that team you have some serious players. Let's pick out two. One with the ball, KG Rabada. Before the game you said he would deliver. He certainly did again.
Yeah, KG is a massive player. A couple of days ago I went to the ICC Hall of Fame inductees. I think, you know, in a couple of years KG will be one of those guys. Look, he came into the game, there was controversy behind him. He was motivated to do what he needed to do, and like a champion, he came and did what he did.
And Aidan Markram, that run chase, coming in on a pair, in pressure, in a final at Lord's. How good was he?
Unbelievable. I think, you know, a couple of months ago, people were asking why Aidan is within the team. I think stats, yes, are important, but character is something that we look at, and a guy like Aidan, you know, he carries all those traits. We knew second innings we were going to have to come out and play, and he led it like in true Aidan fashion. So again, another massive player for us. Character has been a big thing for us as a team, and those two guys are the ones who carry that.
Do you feel the significance of this moment and this win for South Africa, not only as a nation, but as a cricket team where Test cricket is under pressure? Weeks like this are important.
Yeah, definitely. I think, I mean, us as a team, you know, we got ourselves into the final. There were doubters as to the route that we took, supposedly playing wicket teams. We're happy that we were able to perform like this, and hopefully that kind of squashes that. And I think for us as a country, you know, here's an opportunity for us to, as divided as we are at times, to forget all of that, rejoice in this moment and just be one. You know, I'm sure the people back home will be celebrating it with us, and you can trust that we'll be celebrating it massively as well.
Themba, you've waited long enough, your team's waited long enough, your nation has waited long enough. Go and get that mace.
Thank you, Nelson.
Congratulations to the winners of the ICC World Test Championship Final 2025, South Africa!
Wow, really, the emotion in Themba Bavuma's voice, the emotion in this crowd. You know, Polly, they qualified top, they made Lord's their home, they took the home dressing room, and now they've celebrated as if it has been their home. And he mentioned that, he said, well, felt like we've been playing at home these last 2 or 3 days, and that is much down to the support levels in the crowd. And one would hope, I hope, and they just take it on a little tour of their new home.
Yeah, it would be nice. There's been a really good South African support throughout this test match. And it was a goosebump moment when Themba Bavuma was given that mace. A lot of credit as well needs to go to the support staff and the other players who played a part as they went through. Shukri Conrad has got the mace in his hand. He can lift it above his head. There'll be a special song that they've got for him. I know they'll enjoy having their fans meetings with regards to the celebrations. But what a massive moment for him. He has been a wonderful servant of South African cricket, going through all the different age groups. The man of the moment, the man who performed brilliantly in that second innings, takes the applause as well. And each and every player in that squad will now take his moment, maybe just to get a picture taken and let the celebrations continue.
Well, it's travelled some miles, that mace, and now it's going to travel down to South Africa and be proudly held for 2 years at least, and they will defend it for all their worth, we know that. But for this special group of fans, this special group of fans that really are symptomatic of generations of fans who have come in hope and left disappointed. What an afternoon.
Similar to what you have in New Zealand, we are so passionate about our sport. Smithy, we absolutely love it to get behind our teams. The rugby has led the way. They have given us so many happy moments, so many moments to cherish as sportsman fans, and great for the South Africans. They played wonderful cricket, but at the big moments haven't really been able to get over the line and give the fans that ultimate prize to celebrate. But this time around, they've got it right. Came in as underdogs, produced the goods, and they are thoroughly enjoying this celebration.
And it'll continue. It will continue. They have a test match not too far away, but will they get a chance to go home and ticker tape parade somewhere and share this with the nation as a group?
I'm sure they will. I'm sure there'll be something organised. We haven't got the opportunity. We don't have many test matches scheduled in the next 18 months back in South Africa, but that might change. They might do a bit of a rejig, because it would be wonderful for them to be able to show off this mace. And also, there's a new buzz around Test cricket in South Africa, which is fantastic for the game. They're getting the champagne ready. They're waiting for the moment. Temba Bavuma in his own sort of celebration. I think the corks are almost ready to be popped. And there they are, champagne in the air, the celebrations of a successful Test Championship team.
Fantastic, absolutely brilliant shots of a brilliant celebration for a brilliant performance in the end. The party is just beginning, one senses.
Start early, and it's a Saturday back home, Smithy. As I say, there'll be a lot of people participating in sport, watching their kids, and I think the Blue Bulls are playing a bit later from a rugby perspective, but the celebrations of this cricket team will go on from now until tomorrow, maybe right through Father's Day as well. People taking the applause. Dane Patterson, what a wonderful impact he had in this Test series. Very unlucky to miss out. You think even of people who aren't in the squad, someone like a Dean Elgar, he got a big 100 to help them tie the series against India. He actually captained them in that match. Temba Bavuma was missing. And when you look back at the points that were gathered, it allowed them to get into this final. There's been many other contributions. Tony de Zorzi's played his part. Andre Berger. Trying to think of some of the other guys, but everyone deserves to be celebrated at this moment in time.
Take it around the ground. Go on, give it a lap. Give it a lap. There are thousands of South African fans still there. That's it, yep. Let's take it around the ground. Take it to the people who have been so patient. That would be special. It's 2019 when England on their home patch right here celebrated a famous World Cup victory. I'll be perfectly honest with you, this emotion of South Africa here and the crowd that have stayed, it mirrors that. It's an amazing feeling. The margin 5 wickets on the back of Bavuma winning the toss and bowling first. Dismissed Australia. Seems like forever ago on the first day, just 212. It was on the back of Webster and Smith making good contributions, but Rabada up on the honours board with 5 for 51. South Africa made heavy weather of trying to knock off that 212. They batted 57.1 overs. It was almost painful at times to watch them try and go forward. 138. And that was on the back of Bedingham and Bavuma, the major contributors. Pat Cummins, 6 for 28. Inspirational spell from the members' end. And then Australia, as Pat Cummins said, coming out to try to add to a handy lead of 74 runs. Got themselves into a hole early on in the piece and couldn't capitalise. Mitchell Stark's 58 not out yesterday morning. Will we ever forget how important that was to building such a big, phenomenal lead in the context of the game? Who thought you could go over and knock 282 off against the best bowling attack in world cricket in the last decade or so? But they did it. They did it on the back of Aiden Markram. A brilliant, brilliant match performance. 136, a standout above Rabada. 9 wickets in the match. It was a close call, but Markram got the nod. Bavuma, heroic in his support as well. And now they get to enjoy it with fans, with family as well. Those people that matter to them the most, who have travelled miles and miles over the years in the hope that they may well at some point get this particular moment. They will share it. They will share it long into the afternoon and long into the evening and long into the future. New Zealand tasted it back in 2021. Australia 2023, but they could not defend because South Africa were just too good this time around. And 2025, they get the mace and they get the glory that comes with it. It's been a 2-year test cycle of wonderful cricket and a result which has justified it completely. Sean Pollock makes his way across the ground. He's been working with us upstairs. He called the magical moment, and he will get to embrace, as Graham Smith, A.B. de Villiers, some of the greats of South African cricket. Barry Richards has been there watching and witnessing this special moment. He loves his test cricket, does Barry, and he can join in that, along with some of those South African players that go so far back in time and have been so patient for a result like this. How cool. How absolutely cool this is. There'll be some memorabilia floating around the scene after this, I can promise you. Phone calls from around the world. It won't stop for a long, long time. Timber Bavuma. Holding perhaps the 2 most precious things in his life at the moment. Aiden Markram. Will he ever come back down to ground